Okay, Eva. First of all, I'm going to say that I am liberal. More liberal than ever, more to the left than the right for sure, and maybe closer to the center. But certainly on the left side of center. And I am against abortion. We've talked about this before, and it has nothing to do with religious background, as you know. I have one thing. This is what the convenience of abortion is ridiculous. To make it so convenient and so available to especially teenagers. Some laws have it where, you don't even have to have parents' consent. So of course the teenager is going to go and have an abortion. She doesn't want to get caught by maybe her wacko religious parents, or maybe her strict father who beats her, or whatever, My problem with abortion, other than I believe you're killing a life once that heart starts to beat, which is very early on. My problem with abortion is A, the convenience, and B, it's totally avoidable. How is it avoidable? The people who are getting pregnant don't have fucking sex, you fucktards, without protection or without some birth control. That's how you avoid abortion. Or just don't have sex. No, I know that's, the old abstinence. I know that's not happening, but for the most people. And I'm sure the religious right will jump on and say, well, if you would obey Santa Claus, you wouldn't have these problems. But that, to me, is what gets on my nerves. Because a lot of people have abortions normally are not ready to have kids. Normally, it's not the people who are in a committed relationship and bonded either by law or by whatever, common law or marriage. Those people aren't the ones having the abortions. It's the ones who are saying, I made a mistake. No, that's not a mistake. That is not a mistake. That is you started making out with somebody and got pregnant. And I'm not just putting it all on the women either. I'm talking about the men too. Women are the ones who have to do what do I want to say? They have the responsibility of carrying the child. They have the burden, if you want to call it that. So men sort of get off easy. But I'm talking about the men too. They can protect themselves as well from having a woman become pregnant through their seed. So don't think I'm pawning this off on women. It's both. There's two people, so it's not a mistake. There's two people that could have prevented that. Not one, two people that could have prevented this, mistake, which wasn't a mistake because it was totally planned. There's an easy way you could avoid that. One of them, normally this falls on the woman. She can say no dice without protection, or she can have birth control. But to make abortion just because this person didn't have any foresight to see, or didn't know claims not to think you could get pregnant one time. If you want to have sex, then have oral sex. I mean, if you really have to have sex, then go ahead and have oral sex. But don't claim that, it's a mistake. And don't claim, that's my problem with abortion, is it's totally avoidable. And I know this is in a perfect world, but it's totally avoidable. So, call me anti-life or whatever, but I just think that, I'm not saying that making it illegal would be the, I pretty much know that if you were to make abortion illegal, I know there'd be other means of doing it, and there'd be doctors doing it anyway. But certainly, I think that to make it just as simple as to go to Planned Parenthood and get it done, because they have this, by the way, they have this woman, I don't know if you know who Howard Stern is. Probably not over there. You might have heard of him, but I know you don't hear him on the radio. He's on satellite radio now. But they have this lady they call Miss Howard Stern, and she has her own little reality show on his TV network now. This girl's had 6 or 7 abortions and is pregnant again and gonna have an abortion. Just totally irresponsible. She's always drunk. You know, obviously she's broken. She's a broken, you know, broken spirit, looking for love in all the wrong places, if you want to say, and has tons of sex. And you'd think after the first abortion she might wise up. And listen, she's not intelligent. I mean, she's pretty much a retard. But and hopefully I'm not offending people who are really retarded. This is just a term I'm using. She's totally a ditz. You can tell she's she uses. I mean, she, you know, whatever. She uses her body. She's a stripper, you know, and now she's semi-famous because of Howard Stern. But anyway, she's had 6 or 7 abortions and has no beans about it. That is just disgusting. That is totally disgusting. And if I was ever for an abortion, it would be for aborting her before she was born. So maybe that's cruel, but it's just the way I feel. Alright, enough said.